All right, so we are attempting the process of semi-installing these seats. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to try to figure out how the switches here are powered, so that way, at least at a bare minimum, I can have the actual functionality of like up, down of these seats if I do install them today, or they're kind of slammed like all the way forward. They're, pushed all the way forward. So I'm going to try to figure out where power is for these switches, try to get some power to them so that way we can get them into a normal position. And then we'll kind of figure out all these pins here. I have learned from reading on the Camaro forums that I don't know if this is the actual controller or not. There is a computer that controls the memory function. I'm hoping it's this one. I haven't done or dove too deep into the forums yet. Also, I know that there is a separate computer that controls like the cooled and heated on these seats. So I don't know exactly how we're going to do that yet. So I'm pretty hopeful about getting these sorted out. There are a few videos out there. There are a few, very few forums that, at least for my quick search, some people have done mainly for like 2SS and 1SS, I guess like ZL1 seat swaps. This is obviously a whole different ball game as it's going into an 04 GTO, so almost 20-year difference of vehicle and obviously make, well, I guess not make model, but different model. But it really shouldn't be too hard. I'm not too worried about like these have side airbags in them. My GTO, I'm 99% sure does not have side airbags. And even if it did, technically my car is never running. So the OEM ECU is still there, but most of the harness is not. So the only thing that the OEM ECU runs is pretty much like the interior lights, the headlights, tail lights, the windshield wipers, stuff like that. But my Holley Terminator is pretty much just piggybacked off of like the ignition power. I wanted the ignition key to still be like the actual ignition key without having to rewire the whole thing. So it is kind of tapped into the ignition power for the Holley, and then obviously the Holleys run off of the battery, yada yada. But for the car never really knows that it's on. The RPM is never on. The ABS is never on, traction's never on. It does read speed, but everything else, like there's a million error lights on it already, so I'm not too worried about yanking these seats out and then possibly having like an ABS, or not an ABS, like an SRS or the airbag light on, because it's already on. So we're going to dive into this and see what happens. And maybe I'll dive a little bit more into some forums and see if there's someone out there that has a pinout for these seats. That'd be great. All right, so I figured out the passenger one. It's relatively simple just because this does not have the memory unit. So as in the driver's side one, you have there's a memory seat unit that you kind of have to bypass in order to get the adjustment to work, whereas the passenger one, it just has a normal power and ground. So here on the big connector, you've got normal power and ground. So the biggest wires in this connector, which is just power and ground, and easy enough to spot because right off of the passenger seat switch connector, you see a big power and a big ground. So all you have to do is shoot some ground and then shoot some, I'm going to put my finger in between because they like to touch and it's not great. Shoot some power and ground into those main pins on the passenger seat. So power and ground is in, and whoop, would you look at that? Adjustments work. So does the raise and lower. So passenger side's easy enough. Driver side we're still figuring out, but this side's easy, and that's the only thing we really need for now. So this driver's seat I literally just had working. It's not super complicated. So you've got main power coming in here, and then you've got your auxiliary power for the seat here, which I would figure it out by just throwing in main power and ground, which was main power and then main ground. Then I started shooting some of these pins to see where each of these led. So I had power on here. So I had power here, I had a ground here, and then on this red and white one, on pin 1, right here, I had auxiliary power, and the seat worked perfectly fine. And I literally was just getting the video ready. I kind of set it up, and then I redid it, and now it doesn't work. So I'm a little stumped. I may have to take this off. I may just have to bypass this unit completely. I don't know yet. I haven't really troubleshooted yet. But hopefully here in just a second I will have this seat, at least adjustment wise, working. So I guess we'll find out in just a second. So I just did the exact same thing, and lo and behold, so I can get you propped up here. Exact same thing. So I've got my main power, my main ground, and then I've got my auxiliary power shot, and swing. Now she works. Let's get that seat a little straightened out, and then let's get this rail down to its neutral position. And it works all of a sudden. Do I know what I did differently? Not at all. I'm assuming maybe my auxiliary, because granted this is definitely just kind of thrown together a little wire kit. I'm assuming that my pin was probably not fully touching. But it works now. So that's the biggest problem solved, is I know exactly which one of these pins work, and now I've got them set to a normal seat position. I've got the rails kind of set in like the neutral position. I'm gonna take out the passenger GTO seat. I know these aren't going to fit like even close. So I want to take out the passenger seat in the GTO to see just how vastly different these rails are. And if they're crazy different, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to, I don't know what I'm going to try yet. I'm going to be real with you. I have no idea, but I'm just praying that it'll be easy, but I know it won't. So hopefully here soon we'll at least see one of these seats in the car. So we've run into our second problem. The ventilated seats, apparently you need a DC motor controller, which is easy, cheap, but I'm going to order that on Amazon, which definitely won't be getting done today, obviously. So here's the GTO seat, and you can see here, so we've got our mounting point here, and then we have our mounting point here, whereas in the ZL1 seat, it actually only has 2 mounting points. You got mounting point here, and then, well, I guess mounting bolt. Then you got another mounting bolt down here. The front kind of hooks in and holds the front, so I guess that'd be a mounting point. But obviously way different. It is a little dirty underneath the seat, but you can see here how it mounts here and then mounts on this back side. So I'm still, you know what, let me get them facing each other real quick. All right, so I have them facing each other. What I think I'm going to do, because I don't really see any other option, and if you guys have another option and see it, feel free to comment it. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these front hooks off the ZL1, remove the front hooks off the ZL1. I might actually keep these dowel pins. There is one over here that's definitely not going to fit, so that's going to have to probably go. But what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to remove the mounting points off these GTO tracks, because the tracks definitely will not fit. They've got vastly different shapes and mounting points for the actual tracks. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these mounting points, that mounting point, that mounting point, that mounting point, because they're only really just tack welded. And then over here you've got 2 rivets and then a small tack weld on this back side that you can't see. But and kind of the same over here, you've got 1 rivet and then a little tack weld and then 2 tack welds, which I think would fit almost perfectly if this little plate was removed and then obviously the front hooks were removed. So it's getting late, but I think we've got a good game plan. I'm also going to order the motor, the DC motor driver, the DC motor controller. That's it. I got it. I'm going to order that, and then we can figure out the cooling portion. Heated, we don't need. We're in Florida. It'll never be that cold, especially in the GTO, because all of the header heat and the trans heat just radiates through the center console. It's all just plastic. There's no insulation there. But we will catch you guys probably tomorrow. So just to give you a sneak peek, I couldn't wait. I had to throw one in. It looks amazing. It fits near perfect. I'm pretty sure this is the airbag on the seat that we're not going to use, but it fits perfect. It doesn't hit when I close the door. I mean, you still got plenty of room over here for me to move it over, and honestly, it's not even close to aligned. There's the hooks in the front that's raising it a ton, but oh man, it's gonna look so good. So hopefully tomorrow we can maybe get both mounted, but here's you guys' little sneak peek of what it'll look like. Okay, now I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.